Welcome to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where it's the most wonderful time of the year if you're a hockey fan, as the playoffs have arrived. Goaltender Mike Ruotolo and the two-time defending Atlantic Hockey champions begin defense of their title here tonight in Game 1 of a best-of-3 first-round series against Niagara University. You are watching RIT Sports Zone pre-game live, presented by Taylor the Builders, and over the next half hour, we'll get you ready for tonight's matchup with highlights, live interviews, analysis, and much more. Good evening, I'm Kevin Roach, and we're so glad you are with us tonight for RIT Sports Zone pregame live. Well, after a 7-1 victory over Mercyhurst last weekend to end the regular season, the Tigers clinched the 6th seed in the conference playoffs. Now, if you've followed this program, you know RIT has been one of the heavyweights in Atlantic hockey over the past decade, with a postseason record of 25-10 and championships in 2010, 15, and 16. With that in mind, this group is ready for college hockey's second season to begin.
RIT's road to a third straight Atlantic Hockey Championship begins tonight.
Well, playoff hockey is just like what everybody dreams about, and everybody loves playing playoff hockey, so everybody's up and excited to get going. Like you said, it's a new season. We start off 0-0 here in the playoffs, so the regular season's behind us.
But unlike last year, there's no bye week, and those who are injured won't be back this postseason.
Yeah, what we got is what we got. We got some injuries, and every team's going to go through that in a season. This year, the injury bug may have hit us a little more than other teams, obviously losing Brady and Chase. But, we got a bunch of great guys in that room that are ready to battle, ready to compete for 60 minutes. And, that game versus Mercyhurst, I think, really showed what we have to look forward to in the postseason. We played a very strong game for 60 minutes, and we dominated a very good and a very offensive team, which is what was most impressive, is how we shut them down.
Low. Oh, what a save by Ruotolo!
With the guys that are out, and we know they're going to be out for the remainder of the season, guys have the opportunity, and I think they've taken advantage of that, and it maybe gives them a little bit more of a comfortable feeling, but I think we know what we need to do, and with the guys that we have the capability to do that, so I think we're ready.
It's Wela to Cairns. Cairns fires and scores!
Niagara's dealt with a rash of injuries too, and it's taken its toll. The Purple Eagles entered this series having lost 12 straight games.
Can't give them any life. As soon as they get a sniff of anything, they're going to be hungry and they're going to be all over us for could be possibly 3 games. So we got to shut it down right away on Friday night. Got to come and give everything we got for 60 minutes and make sure that we secure Game 1 before we even look forward to Game 2 or 3, because they're a team that if you don't put them away, they'll stick around and they'll be there the entire night.
Scores in front! It's Brown with 4 seconds remaining.
It's a quick 3-game series. It's not like a 7-game series like the NHL. So you take one game off, take them lightly in one game, and they steal one from you on Friday night, then you're sudden death. You're on your deathbed, and on Saturday night you have to win. So it's crucial, that Friday night game, because you want to be the team that has the ability to close out the series on Saturday rather than the team that's looking to keep themselves alive. So
the path to a third straight conference title certainly won't be easy, but these Tigers wouldn't want it any other way.
What a story it would be this year, we have the team that can still do it, obviously the injuries, but what a story it would be, we missed the bye, we were picked to go first, and we have a rough path where we're going to have to go through a top 3 team if we win this first series to get back to even the Blue Cross Arena. So the story's right there to be written, and we just got to go out and write it.
What a story it would be. The Tigers hoping to three-peat, become the first team to do it in the conference since Air Force did it back in 2007, 8, and 09. Joined now by the head coach of the RIT Tigers, Wayne Wilson. A convincing win over Mercyhurst coach last weekend helped you earn the 6th seed. You always want momentum going into the postseason. What are some of the positives you can take away from what you saw last Saturday night from your team?
Well, we had a lot of things going on for us. I thought our power play, penalty killing, defensive coverage, and offensive were all highlights of that particular game. I thought we played very well in all of those 4 areas in particular, and I think it gave us another game to get acclimated, like I said, with some of the injuries we've had, and get more guys playing time, and we're ready to go. We're excited about the playoffs. I think everyone is, and it's important that we get off to a good start tonight.
Back-to-back defending champions in this league. How much does that experience matter going into this postseason?
Well, I think any experience positive like we've had the last couple of years is always going to help us. I think it's going to help drive our upperclassmen. our young guys were there for our ring presentation at the beginning of the year. That's something they're striving for. And I think now you got to rely on your older guys to show the way, and your young guys aren't so young now that they've gone through a 34-game season, so that they're a lot more prepared for what's expected of them at this time of year than they were at the beginning of the year. So we've got to take the momentum that we've got over the last few games that we've played and apply it and raise it one more notch here for the playoffs.
Niagara has had so many injuries, only 3 games they won this year. You beat them twice already this season. What concerns you most about this matchup this weekend?
Well, it's just a different team than we faced earlier. Our lineup's different than what we had, and so is theirs. And whenever you get into playoffs, it's a new life for everyone. So the team that finishes near the bottom has got new life. So they're excited to get going too, and try and do something on a positive note that wipes out some tough games that they had this year. So we know we have our hands full. It's just a league that standings are where you finished, but it doesn't really maybe tell the whole picture of what kind of team you really are. And this is an opportunity now to see where you've improved during the course of the year, and what type of team you're going to have going forward.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, and best of luck this evening and the rest of this series against Niagara. Head coach Wayne Wilson joining us on Pregame Live. Well, speaking of the Purple Eagles, Niagara wrapped up the regular season on Sunday night at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. They took on Robert Morris. All the Purple Eagles playing outside for the first time since they played here in 2013 against RIT in the Frozen Frontier. They got down early. Brandon Watt had the goal there for Robert Morris. And the Colonials would go on to victory, a 5-1 win, handing Niagara its 12th straight loss and 28th defeat on the year. But as we all know, the postseason is a new season. Everyone starts at 0-0, as Coach Wilson mentioned. Stacey Pension is standing by with the Niagara head coach, Dave Burkholder, who knows a thing about playoff hockey, having won the Division II national championship as an RIT Tiger back in 1983. Good evening, Stacey.
Hey, good evening, Kevin. Yeah, that's right. Coach Dave Burkholder knows a little something about RIT college hockey as well. RIT and your team both, kind of being plagued by the injury bug this season. You're getting some players back. You're kind of seeing some good things at the right time.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate to get Larry Smith back, who's a junior defenseman that was playing his best hockey for us before his injury. And then our leading scorer, one of our leading scorers, freshman defenseman Noah Delmas is back. So, yeah, unfortunately for RIT, they're missing some key players as well. But you know what? It's a clean slate, and let's see who can take this weekend.
Exactly, and that's the next point. You are starting, as Kevin said, 0-0 postseason. It's a fresh start. So what are you hoping from tonight's game? Are you, obviously hoping to take away a win, but what's your mind frame?
Yeah, well, obviously, I think the Atlantic Hockey Championship goes through this building with RIT being the defending champ. So we don't have to be perfect, but we got to be pretty darn good. Obviously, stay out of the penalty box. Their power play is dynamic, even without the Norris twins. So we got a lot on our plate, but we're excited to be here.
Well, thanks for your time, Coach. We'll talk to you a little bit later in the game.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Back to you.
All right, Stacey, thanks so much. We're looking forward to it. While seeds 6 through 11 have to play this weekend in Atlantic hockey, the top 5 seeds are enjoying a bye week while waiting to see who they'll face next weekend in the quarterfinals. Here's a look at the Atlantic Hockey playoff picture. Canisius is the top seed and the regular season champions after going unbeaten in their last 15 games. A remarkable story there. Air Force is the 2 seed, followed by Army at number 3. Number 4, Robert Morris will host number 5, Holy Cross, next weekend in the quarters. If RIT wins this series with Niagara, they'll travel to Army next weekend. If Niagara wins, they'll get the top-seeded Golden Griffs. Well, still to come on the program, we'll take you back to 2012 for what was a playoff classic between RIT and Niagara. Plus, RIT's defensive core has had to grow up in a hurry this season. John DiTullio sat down with freshman defenseman Adam Brubaker and the rest of the young Blue Liners. That's next. This is RIT Sports Zone Pregame Live.
March 16, 2012, RIT and Niagara faced off in the Atlantic Hockey semifinals at the Blue Cross Arena. After a scoreless first 2 periods, RIT finally got on the board. Taylor McReynolds fed Matt Garbowski for his 9th goal of the season. RIT led 1-0. But the Tigers couldn't hold that lead. Under 6 minutes to play, Niagara's Chris Lochner snuck one by Shane Matalora to tie the game at 1, and we would go to overtime. Early in the extra session, Taylor McReynolds with the one-timer that went up and over the shoulder of Chris Noonan for the game winner. RIT would win it 2-1 in overtime, advancing to the conference championship for the 3rd straight season, while snapping a 13-game winless streak against the Purple Eagles, dating back to the 1990s when these two teams were rivals in Division III's ECAC West.
And a great game from 2012 between these two teams. Well, Niagara leads the all-time series against RIT with a 15-9-12 record overall, but over the last 10 games, RIT has dominated the Purple Eagles, including twice this season with 7-1 and 6-2 victories. In the playoffs, as you saw, RIT beat Niagara in the conference semis in 2012, while the Purple Eagles knocked the Tigers out a year later with a sweep in the quarterfinals. All 3 postseason games between these two schools in the Division I era have been 1-goal affairs, with 2 decided in overtime. Well, RIT's defensive unit has sure taken its share of hits this year. The Tigers lost Chase and Brady Norris for the season to injury, and last weekend lost freshman Brody Villette, who has mono. Joined now by John DiTullio, who had a chance to talk to 3 of the Tigers' young blue liners this week, who because of injuries and sickness have been thrown into the mix much more than even they probably expected this season. Good evening, John.
No doubt about it, Kevin. At the start of the year, the defensive unit for this Tiger team was one of their strengths, but as you mentioned, they lost the Norris twins. All of a sudden, these freshmen needed to grow up extremely quickly.
With the Norris twins, this is your top power play unit this year. Oh, from way out! That's the co-captain. Number 8, Chase Norris, was tied.
At the beginning of the season, your defense was probably one of your strengths with the Norris twins, but then they go down, and now you've been really dependent upon freshmen back there.
We were banking on them getting their experience, and then come their junior year when the Norrises and App leave, that they were able to fill their spots and would have great experience hopefully along the way, not realizing that the 2 Norrises were going to be out at Christmas time come their freshman year, and now they have to be ready to take over. All 4 of them have done a good job, and something that we were not anticipating, having all 4 in the lineup and counting on them in all situations, but something that they've been able to handle, and we're a much better team for it. We'll be a better team for it come next year.
Valenzuela down low to Powell. Cairns. Brubaker, the blast. There it is! Game winner, Adam Brubaker. Tigers win 2-1.
When you lost the Norris twins, talk about when they went down, and did you feel even added pressure when your role enlarged because of that?
I didn't think I felt added pressure, but I knew myself I had to step up and help the other freshmen out, as well as take some leadership from those guys, on the bench. Brady was there the one game, and just even in the stands, he'd give me some little pointers and stuff on what to do out there on the ice.
It's a big role to fill, trying to come in and take the Norris spot while they're out, and so I got to keep it simple. I play well with Matt, so move the puck quick and get it out. More of a defensive game.
It's just adversity. I think we're going to overcome it this year. We're feeling good heading into a big weekend for us and the start of a new season.
Did you ever waver at all? Were you ever overwhelmed by the moment, you think, or not?
At first, a little bit. I was kind of more excited. Kind of had a little fire inside me. Just wanted to go out there and show the fans, coaches, my teammates what I could provide to the team as well.
Out this goes Crouperton, take it, and it scores! That's the first collegiate goal for Darren Brady.
Do you feel like as if you're feeling more comfortable with more ice time, or are you still thinking, or are you just doing stuff naturally?
I've definitely become a lot more confident in my game, and so stuff comes more naturally to me now. So it's nice playing more. Become more confident in my own game, and hopefully impress the coaches and stay in the lineup when they come back.
How much communication have you had with Mike during games or even during practice?
I think a bit more since the Norris injuries. Just communication with the puck, maybe playing in on dump-ins, power play, penalty kill. I know we've had a couple of goals against where we could have had a bit better communication, but we've talked that through and done a little bit better.
When you look at the playoffs, it's a completely different animal in itself. Playoffs are completely different. Are you concerned that you've got some young defensemen here going into the most important part of your
I
schedule?
think there's a bit of a concern, a little bit of an unknown, and I think playing 2 games, if we can win these 2 games or win the best out of 3, win 2 of the 3 games this weekend, they'll be better off for the next series. Because as each series gets tougher and tougher, I think the experience that they're gaining will only help.
Incredible what they've been through, these freshmen, and how they've developed. And then you start to think about next year. One other thing, Brubaker's broken 35 sticks this year and thinks he has one of the best shots on the team and is extremely confident about that. And Chris McKay, the team calls him Jim. I said, why? For the broadcaster? Jim McKay goes, no, that's my real name, James Christopher McKay. So I told him that Gino and I are going to call him Jim during the broadcast from now on. That's right.
Special if he scores tonight. Well, John,
Yes.
at this point of the season, this is the cliche, but I think this is true in this instance.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a freshman at this point of the season.
Absolutely. Right now, they got to grow up, which they've done throughout the year, and they're all excited about their first feel or their first action in postseason hockey.
This is a Niagara team, again, 20 of 21 they've dropped, but again, wipe the slate clean. The scoring can come from any direction as we take a look at their player to watch. His name is Stanislav Zhakov, the left winger from Vladikavkaz, Russia. And John, their team leading point getter, anchoring that line at left line that Renneker centers.
And they're starting to get players back. There's no question about it. You look at his numbers this season, junior forward, in terms of career, 61 points. So the kid can play. Now he's starting to get players around him. I think it's a dangerous team. They haven't won in a whole long time. This first game for RIT, I think, is paramount for the rest of the series.
No question. For the RIT Tigers, they have veteran depth on this team. They, again, the 2-time champs in this conference tournament. Miles Powell has scored big goals for this team.
He has come up big. He's come up big shorthanded goals. Been great on special teams. One of the leaders in one of those stabilizing forces. When they were losing players, we mentioned the defensemen, when they lost players like Gabe Valenzuela and Skirving, Powell has been one of those consistent forces, consistent players that has been there night in and night out for the Tigers.
He's going to be asked to do a lot tonight. Power play, penalty kill. He's the team captain, Miles Powell. For the Tigers tonight, game 1 is so important. This series, John, what do they have to do?
I think special teams, I think it's where it starts. It needs to be special. Now, this year, in 17 of 20 games, RIT has allowed at least 1 power play goal or more. They're 51st in the country in penalty kill, but their power play, they put up 7 power play goals in that 2-game sweep of Niagara back in December. Balancing act, 7 different Tigers have at least 20 points this year. 13 players have at least 10 points. I think a lot of different guys need to contribute, and it is March Madness time. They are the champs until someone beats them. Trying to three-peat, and I think that's into the minds of the Tigers. They know that this is their time of the year.
One other concern, Jackson Tykerobe getting the start for Niagara. He's a player that has been around a long time. A goalie can always steal a game.
And has played well and has played in the postseason. So it's not going to be as easy as I think a lot of folks think. I'm anxious to see this opening period. We may learn a whole lot in that opening period tonight.
Puck drop coming up at 7:05. Playoff hockey, Kevin. There's nothing better.
Oh, it should be fun. We'll see you guys then. Well, still to come on the program, the RIT women's hockey team hopes to make some noise this postseason. We'll share how they fared in the first round of the College Hockey America playoffs. Plus, out of the 4,000 seats here at the Policini Center, one always stands out in the crowd. We'll share how the orange seat is a tribute to a man named Green next. You're watching RIT Sports Zone pregame live. Back here on RIT Sports Zone pregame live, the SC marketing team in the house distributing bags tonight to RIT fans getting ready for game 1 of this series, the best of 3 series with Niagara University. Well, among the 4,000 seats here at the Gene Policini Center, one stands out from the rest. If you've been here, it's hard not to notice the lone orange seat among a sea of gray and black, because much like the former Tiger it honors, this seat stands out even in the biggest crowd.
Name was Green Williams.
He was just a great guy to be around. Everybody loved Green. They loved the way he operated. They loved the way he kidded around, and they loved his big burly mustache.
Williams and Jim Stanley were fraternity brothers at Phi Sigma Kappa back in the 70s. And while Stanley played football, Williams was a goaltender for the RIT hockey team.
Green wasn't the most gifted goalie in the world, but I soon learned by being with him quite a bit. He had the heart of a lion, and his work ethic made up for any skills that he lacked.
After graduating from RIT, Williams enrolled in the United States Air Force, where tragically he was killed in 1984 during a pilot training accident.
It was quite devastating because he was young. We were all young in our prime, and just getting started in life. So it was kind of a real shock, and to this day, whenever I see a jet stream across the sky, and anybody who knew Green closely thinks of Green.
Thanks to Green's sister, former teammates, and fraternity brothers like Stanley, a permanent tribute can be found in section 107, row K, seat number 8. A single orange seat right above the net where Williams spent his time as a Tiger.
How important is it to tell people that don't know about Green and what he not only meant to you, but to RIT?
I miss him. I guess I just miss my friend. Having the seat here, it gives us a chance to remember him. It gives us a chance to remember, what kind of fellow he was, and what he did for again RIT and his fraternity and especially his country. We're all proud of that, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that went through the hockey program that served our country and may have been injured or may have actually been killed. But I saw the chance to recognize Green in a special way for everyone that served in our military.
The orange seat is available for purchase throughout the men's and women's hockey season. In addition to the seat, the men's hockey program also honors Green's memory with the Green B. Williams Award for Academic Excellence, which is awarded to the player with the highest grade point average each season. Last night, RIT women's hockey taking on Penn State in the first round of the College Hockey America Tournament at Harbor Center in Buffalo. RIT 0-3-1 against the Nittany Lions this year. Tigers trailed 1-0 after 2 periods, but under 12 minutes to go on the power play, Mackenzie Stone puts it off the post. The Tigers crash the net, and Taylor Thurston finally puts it in to tie the game at 1. Under 2 minutes to play, Caitlin Wallace with the wrister. Cassie Clayton is going to knock in the rebound for her 5th on the year. RIT knocks off Penn State 2-1 and advances to the CHA semifinals at Harbor Center tonight. So let's take a look at the playoff picture in College Hockey America. Lindenwood could not pull off the upset today as top-seeded Robert Morris advanced to tomorrow's championship game with a 2-1 win. Syracuse and RIT tonight. The winner of that will face Robert Morris for a bid to the NCAA tournament. That championship is tomorrow. Earlier today, RIT community rallying around the women's basketball team before they departed for Ithaca. Coach Amy Reed's Tigers won the Liberty League championship last Saturday and clinched the program's very first bid to the NCAA tournament. They will tip off with Ithaca at the top of the hour. Busy day and night for RIT Athletics here. We're just getting started. We'll get you up to John and Gene next. This is RIT Sports Zone pregame live. Welcome back. We have a programming note for you. Tomorrow's pregame coverage will be online only. RITSE.com. Coverage of Game 2 will be on Time Warner Sports Channel 26. John, Gene, and Stacy are next with Game 1. Enjoy it, everyone. RIT Sports Zone Live begins now.